Got it good. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Vern. Welcome, Vern. How are ya? I hope everyone is doing amazing. Grand rising to you as well, my sister. So, welcome everybody to the Law of Attraction, day 121. Vern says, Grand Rising chat family.
Grand Rising.
So welcome everybody. I'm so excited to see you all here. It always just makes me so happy when I sign into the room and you are all here already. Like, girl, you remind me of a story Maya Angelou wrote. Oh, what story is that? Somebody said, I remind them of the story that Maya Angelou wrote. Wow, that's a big compliment. Shared out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So welcome. You know, I have been really intently listening to my world around me, listening for the cues and the answers to the questions that we often get. It was about her mom and about being her true self. Well, thank you so much. What's your name? Pass? Is that Pass? You know, TikTok's words are so little. Thank you for that. I'm going to look that story up and I'm going to read it. And so much has come up in the last just few hours, just about living authentically. Chef Promise, oh my goodness, where have you been? I need to know where you are in the world. But just really living an authentic life and what that looks like, and really just not being afraid to step into whatever it is that we're supposed to do. I'm so grateful for this planner showing up in my life. This law of attraction planner really has, hold on, let me take the Wi-Fi off. Okay. Let's see if that's better. This planner truly has given so much. I know how much is given to you that are here. And for anybody who has really taken the time to just really know what you want, what do you want in your life, and why do you want it? Why do you want it? Who do you want it for? And knowing that you could have it, you could be it, you could do it, whatever it is that you want. You just got to write the vision and make it plain. You really got to write the vision and make it plain. And I'm so, so grateful for each of you who show up every morning to say, I want the life of my dreams. Can you show me how to get it? Oh my goodness, Vern says she absolutely loves hers. She just purchased 4 to give away. I know the first time I saw this planner, I purchased probably that many. And the people that I gave it to, they had never seen a planner that was so in depth like this. And so I am so, so grateful for it. You know, I spent so many hours just really thinking about what do you really want over the last 24 hours. Just really digging in deep and asking the question, what do you want for your life? How do you want to show up and serve people? The laws of physics absolutely matters. The law of right action, the law of attraction, the law of gravity. All these laws are laws that cannot be broken. Those laws cannot be broken. Knowing the laws that affect how we live We can't change them. Being in gratitude, I started to write down all of the things that I'm grateful for. Every bit of the things that I'm grateful for. I mean, really, really grateful for. The people, the places, the things, all that I have been able to do.
Yes, chef.
Thank you. You want to come out. So I am so excited. So please, please, please invite a friend, share the videos with a friend, share the lives, share the stuff. This work that we get to do in these mornings, so many people need it. So just share it. Whoever shows up, shows up. Because what I realize is that this is the thing that I'm meant to do. I'm meant to be in this space. I'm meant to serve in this capacity. And if it is to be successful, just have to do it on a higher level. Just got to do it bigger in every way, shape, or form. We have to do it bigger. So let us do our meditation. I'm so, so excited to be able to hold this space for people who need it. We all need it. And so we are going to take these few moments and really connect with ourselves and really get to this life that we want to live so much. Let me see. Here's one. We'll do that one. We should do our meditation. So just relax, sit back in your chairs. Just be. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. So we're just going to start with breathing in deep. So just breathe in, breathe out. In, out. Being in gratitude for every breath that you get to take. Being so grateful to the Creator for waking you up this morning. For giving you the grace of another day. And we're to be so grateful for the day because so many people did not wake up this morning. So we're thankful for every small thing, every little thing that means a lot to you. I'm so grateful for. Your warm bed, your cozy blankets, your toothbrush, your toothpaste, your mirror that you looked in this morning. Knowing that whatever it is, whatever that thing is that's concerning you, that it's already all right. And just like He took care of it the last time, take care of it this time too. So take your hand and place it over your heart, feeling the love just rise up to your heart center, feeling that love and then giving it to yourself. Maybe thinking about the first time you laid eyes on the love of your life, maybe the birth of your first child. Feel the love from that day, bring it up and give it to yourself. Self-love is the key to all love. Self-love is the key to us love. Self-love is the key to we love. There is no other love without love of yourself first. You are the first indication on how the world is to love on you. So give us a good example. We are so grateful for you. So thank you. Now that you've given love to yourself, let us send love to those people you love and those who love you. So send love to your parents, send love to your grandparents, send love to your siblings, your children, your grandchildren, your nieces, your nephews, your cousins, and friends. See their faces the last time you saw them. We're so grateful for you. We're so grateful for you. This love, feel it all over as a warm white light of love energy that is just encompassing you. And as you send this love out, see it as a moving, living, being thing. And now that we've sent it to all those that you love, let's send it to the world. Let us touch and agree from wherever you are, wherever city, state, country that you're in, that we'll send this love out to the entire world. So feel this love as it gets bigger and leaves your body and goes out of your ceiling and meets us high in the sky above the planet. See it as a big white ball of love light energy. See it as it sits above the planet at the top, and see it as it touches the top of the planet and goes down the sides and now hits the bottom and goes from the North Pole to the South Pole and covers the entire planet with this intentional love that we send out together. We are so grateful for you. Let us send additional love to the people who have lost loved ones and friends, and those people living in uncomfortable spaces and war-torn places. We send them an extra dose of love. Now, if you so feel, you can let your hands drop down to your lap. And let us visualize the life of your dreams. If time and money were not an option, what would you do? What would you be? What would you have? Where would you live? Who would you serve? Is it the big house, the tiny house, or no house living off the grid? See the house. See what it looks like. See what's inside. Feel the accomplishment of having it. What does the kitchen look like? The bedroom? Where is it situated? Is it in the mountains or the lake or the beach? Where is your dream home? And what is your mode of transportation? What type of car do you have? Is it the luxury car, the smart car, the motorcycle, the bicycle? Whatever that is, see it, see the color. Step inside, see the interior, see your hands on the steering wheel, your hands, your rings, your fingernails. See it. Get excited for what it feels like to be in a brand new car. And if you're being chauffeured, see yourself sitting in the back seat, maybe rolling your hands along the upholstery and just being here now, sitting in this amazing car. Now let us go to your office, your home office or your off-site office, seeing the life that you have put together for yourself. What is the work that you're doing? You know that work that doesn't feel like work, that thing that you've always loved to do? That's what you're doing. So what is that work? Who are you serving? Are you serving men or women or children? Are you serving for a cause, domestic violence or homelessness, providing transitional housing? Or are you just the best designer or the best chef or the best daycare provider? Who are you? See the faces of the people that you serve. See them in gratitude, thanking God that you showed up. Thanking God that you walked into your calling. And now they have what they need because you are there walking in your gift. We're so grateful for you. Let us set the intention for inner peace today. That nothing, no person, no place, no thing can disrupt this inner peace that we set in place. We will not have our peace disturbed by anyone or anything. Give love today, give help today, give without expecting anything in return. We are so fearfully and wonderfully made. You can have the desires of your heart. When I count backwards from 5, we'll be back in the room. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So grateful for you being here. This space that we are creating is really impacting the lives of so many. Even the people that watch in replay are sending me messages. It was like, oh, that group is so nice. They so good. Well, we know that if you want to stay a part of the community, you're going to have to really become a part of the community. So you're going to have to join us in our Zoom space, because come May 1st, we will not be in the public spaces, not on anywhere. So you're going to have to be a part of the community. So you're going to have to join the Zoom room in order to stay a part of the community. So we are here working out of this planner. I absolutely love this planner because it will absolutely give you everything you need to grow, to build, to create the life of your dreams. Do you even know what the life of your dreams is? Do you even know what you want? Well, this truly gives us the blueprint for how we are to do it. You know, if the time and the money were not an option, do you know what you would do? Have you even thought about it? You know, so many of us, we grow up with so many dreams and so many goals, and then we find out when we become adults that life doesn't always happen the way we thought it would as a child. And sometimes the happenings of life can take us so far off our goal that we begin to believe that whatever it is that we're experiencing is our lot in life. But the great thing about life that we are learning is that every single day that you live 6 feet above the dirt, that you get to make a new choice, that you get to decide. You get to decide the life that you want. You get to decide how you want to show up, that you get to decide who you even want to spend your life with. And no matter what it looks like, the people who are brave enough to step in and walk in their truth, those are the people that do the big stuff. Be brave enough to tell yourself the truth and believe it. And so the first step to really getting to the life of your dreams is the self-awareness, the discovery. You know, you have not because you asked not. You didn't even ask yourself. You didn't even ask yourself what your life of your dreams is. You didn't say, like, what do I really want to do? Or if you ask yourself what you really want to do, then what you'll say is, oh, I couldn't do that. I can't do that. Well, how about if you really took the time out to ask yourself some questions and really give yourself the answers? What would you want to experience if time and money were not an obstacle? Really answer the question. Answer the question. Anybody want to answer the question? Answer the question. If time and money were not an obstacle, what would you do? So many people won't answer the question. And when you don't answer the question, you end up accepting life as it would show up.
I would like to answer the question.
Please answer the question.
So if time and money was not an option, what would I be doing? I would have a mobile apothecary.
Oh, I like that. Mobile apothecary. That's the thing. You know why? Because right now here in Atlanta, there's none near me. And we need it.
Yeah,
we need it so badly. I love that idea.
But I haven't seen it in my city.
How many would you have? Because time and money is no option. So, so how many would you have, and how many cities would it be in, and how many people would you serve per day? Like,
I would definitely do it in my city and in Atlanta, because you said you haven't, it's not many there. I would do as many as I can because it's herbs. We all need it. Like how people say they're leaving a legacy. For me, I'm leaving a trail of herbs. When I'm gone, when it's all said and done, I've left a trail of herbs.
Yes, yes. Vern said, I want it all, not for me, but to help others. Absolutely. There's certain of us, and it's those of you who are right now here. The work that we do isn't for ourselves.
No.
Because you are already taking care of you.
Yeah.
So you want the world to see that if they did some of the things that you've done, that they could have a better life. So you're not even.
I would like to say that I found out that I'm my own doc. I'm 83, and I realized, and a woman, and I realized that many women have helped everyone else with their dream. And now the kids are gone, the grandbaby, and they look up and think, oh, now I can have mine. And there's nobody around to help them. And they're so disappointed. And with technology and everything exploding all over, we don't have the skills at our fingertips that we need. So either we need to be able to tap into, I call it rent a grandchild, because the grandbaby's been playing with this stuff all. We need that tech support, even if we don't want to take time to learn it. We need tech support, and I'm my own doc. So I'm encouraging people to do that first question. If nothing was in your way, what would you be doing? And so many people have shoved that so far out of their consciousness. They go blank. They don't even know. So that's the first thing. Discover. My purpose is to help you find your purpose, and then do everything in my power to help you get there. That's my elevator pitch.
So amazing. So amazing. And so when you think about what you want to do or how you want to show up in the world, how do you need to grow in order to show up that way?
Oh boy.
What do you need to do to get to that space? There's some things that we all need to do. Some people can just show up as their authentic self, and just be who you are. I've heard Oprah a whole bunch of times, and it was so funny. Yesterday morning, I started listening a philanthropist. Absolutely, Vern, all of us, every person here. We could start a philanthropy group with the things that we've done. So many of us are doing philanthropy on, on the level where we are now.
Mhm.
And so if you do it now with what you have now, God knows that he can trust you with the bigger money because he knows what you do with no money and little money. He already knows you seed and you seed and you seed. Some of us give from empty cups.
It's
So-
like the master that left the talents when he went away to see what they would do with them. And the one that buried it, he took it back and gave it to the one with 5 because he grew his. So that's what God is willing to do for us. He'll grow our talents if we don't bury them.
Absolutely. And so
yes, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
No, Miss Loretta just made me excited when she said that, because I've been having that conversation with people about the 3 talents. And a lot of times we leave them. When he came back to that third person, everybody else reaped the reward, but that third person buried it. And he's like, hey, you're not going to get anything if you bury your talent. So I tell people all the time, don't bury your talents. Whatever is God given, give it. And he'll give it back to you. And a lot of times we bury our talents. And, when it's time to show up, it's like, well, what'd you do with it? Well, it's right here, but you didn't multiply. And a lot of times I remember listening to, and I'm not going to be long, but I remember listening to T.D. Jakes. And he was saying that look around you, your purpose and everything is around you. And I was in my house and I was just looking around, and I knew that I always had like body scrubs that I was making and herbs and different little things that I would play around with. And I was avoiding all those things, trying to look for something big. And it was right there in my face. Now, fast forward 8, 19 years later, this is what I do. I make scrubs. I'm into herbs, body butters, all this skincare stuff. And it was right in my house. So I tell people, quit looking outside and look inside. Open them cupboards. Like the cocoa butter was there, the shea butter was there. Everything was in my reach. And we despise small beginnings, and we shouldn't do that because it's right in our face.
Yes.
Do you know who Carol's daughter is? Carol's daughter just sold her company to L'Oreal or something for $1 billion. I know them. And she made it in her mother's house in Brooklyn and sold it to the congregation at her church. Mm-hmm. Lisa, and people would say, go see Carol's daughter and ask her, can we get some more of that lotion? That's why she took that name, because that's what the church folks called her, Carol's daughter.
That is amazing. And remember last night, Sherry said about the place on YouTube, Motivation Arc. Do you know that I was listening to that yesterday morning, and when I had put it on pause, and then after the call, I go over to the YouTube and I press play, and what pops up on the screen? Motivation Arc. I was already watching it. I was watching Oprah. Oprah's part was coming on, so I said, I'm just gonna pause it and then I'll go back to it. And here she is, the same thing that she recommended. We are so divinely connected. So divinely connected.
The Father's trying to get us out of preschool. See, he's accelerating our courses so we can graduate and do this stuff.
Graduate and do the stuff. It is so amazing. And, just listening to Oprah from last night to this morning, just the stuff that she's saying about being authentic. She talked about trying to be like Barbara Walters and how she was mispronouncing words and just trying to be somebody who she wasn't. And then one day she said, she didn't read her copy. And so she was talking about Barbados and she called it Barbados. She said, yeah, Barbados and Canada. And when she realized what she had said, she laughed at herself. And when she laughed, she said, that's when the real her came out, because Barbara Walters at that time had never laughed, at least not on air. And so we really just have to show up, even if we're doing something like somebody else, still showing up authentically as who you are. You have to show up as who you are and do your thing, the thing that makes you happy, the thing that you do that people are so excited that you do? Like, hold on, wait a minute. That's so amazing. How many times have you been in the company of somebody and they're just thanking you profusely and just saying, thank you so much for showing up. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for doing what you do. I bet you every person in this room, every single person in this room. And so the question becomes, who are you and why are you here? How do you want to be remembered when you're gone? If you achieved everything that you wanted, how would that feel? Go ahead, Sherry.
Yes. What struck my heart just now was the fact that I was one of the speakers for our Good Friday service. And
Yeah.
I really had I really didn't have a clue during the service who I was affecting. But people in my church are coming up to me and saying how powerful my my talk was and thanking me, and oh, that was amazing. And I just knew that I had to share authentically.
Yeah.
And I had to speak from my heart.
Yes.
And whoever was touched by what I said, it would be God's power, coming through me.
Yeah.
And one of the beautiful, encouraging words, or some of the beautiful, encouraging words from Oprah, what she keeps saying is, when your personality and your soul meet and it emanates from you, that's your purpose. That's your purpose. So, just keep that in your spirit and know, because that's the energy that I'm that I'm living from right now, wanting my heart and my soul to meet, and for that to shine and to touch who I'm supposed to touch, however I'm supposed to touch them.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And just thinking about the things that bring you joy and the things that bring you peace, what are those things? What are those things? What does the successful life look like to you? And how do you create those experiences for yourself even before they're done? Before you get to the end game? And even though there really is never an end game,
there isn't any.
stay really on the journey until you're not. And then, hopefully you've made such an impact that somebody will pick up where you left off and continue the journey. And so think about what's important in your life and what do you value most and what are you so passionate about? I absolutely am passionate about women who are, they ask you when you're working on your business, who is your avatar, who is your ideal client? And when I think about my ideal client is me.
Yeah, me too.
And a lot of times when you are looking for your ideal client and who you want to serve, all you got to do is step in front of the mirror and you'll find your ideal client. Sometimes when you're talking to people, who are in marketing and all that kind of stuff, and they got you all over the place trying to figure out who you're trying to serve. And then one day it just clicked. I am my ideal client.
That's right. Me too.
Yeah, just look in the mirror. Who are you? And why are you here? And what are you attempting to do in your own life? And when you find that, then you'll also see that you're looking for people who just like you.
Who are underserved like you. See, you're looking to serve the people that you feel underserved. So that's your clients.
Those are the people that you're looking for. So don't look too far outside of yourself.
Those are the people in your neighborhood.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I'm sorry, it's a trigger.
It's funny because last night when Jessica got off the phone, she was like, the people in your group are so amazing. I'm going to come back in the evening times if that's okay. I was like, yeah, you can come back. And so she said, was that Dr. Loretta from Sesame Street? I was like, yeah. She said, I thought so. She said, I didn't want to fangirl out.
Oh, be my guest. I love it.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So we're just so grateful, for you being here. Absolutely. And so thinking about that, what do people admire about you now? When you start thinking about what am I going to do, just think about what the people say to you. What do people say to you all the time? Oh, I love that outfit. Oh, I made it. You did? Oh, it's so beautiful. You should do that. Will you make one for me? Will you? What? We're so busy looking so far away and outside, and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. I am the queen of it. I have just learned the word NO finally. There is rules of engagement that has to be according to your terms. Sometimes what we allow people to do is they give us their terms. And we be like, all right. And then you go to do it. Case in point, I just got reached out to last month about this new herbal product. And I said, oh, I think I like it. I'm going to try it. I try it. It does well for 2 weeks. 3 weeks is good. So 3 weeks in, I tell people in my network about it. By the 4th week, I broke out in hives.
Oh, no.
I was severely dehydrated, still am, and I haven't taken it for almost 3 weeks now. And so now I got to backtrack and tell people stuff. When had I done a little bit more research, had I waited the 30 days out? And so the lady came back and said, hey, baby Rose is on. Had I waited, I would have known that. And how about, why are you promoting somebody else's stuff?
When you got a house full of stuff yourself.
And so I'm like, and me and my friend, we both were guilty of it because he brought it to me. And I'm like, okay, great. And so because I broke out, he actually broke out first, but didn't tell me.
Uh-oh.
Like, why you didn't tell me? And so it was just a whole funny thing. And then we finally laughed at it. And then I asked him, I said, did you get the lesson? Because I did. He said, what's the lesson? I said, the lesson is do your own stuff. Do your own stuff, promote your own stuff. Don't let somebody jump on your back and ride your coattail, your network, your everything. And you don't even know enough about it to even do it. Because although they said it, this is how they said it. You just really need to drink water.
Oh, that's their disclaimer?
Yeah, you just really need to drink water. No, this is not a really need to drink water. This is you really need to drink water, like 2 gallons a day. Because I still haven't taken it that longer. And now I attribute it to my emotional state over this last couple of weeks. Severe dehydration. No, that's no good. I'm like, that's the problem. I got it. Okay. Do the thing that's your thing. Thank you for the hearts. Do the thing that's your thing.
And remember, no is a complete sentence.
It's a complete sentence. And it's so funny because the lady from the company is so nice. And she said, oh, well, that's okay. Well, maybe you can work on the green drink.
Didn't hear you.
See my face? Respectfully, I decline. I decline. That was a lesson. That was a lesson. So thinking about the top things you've done already in your life, what have you done already that's so great that you could do more of? You know, this planner has so much here for us. And you know, I'm finding myself, I was down here and really using the modalities there, especially the music. I love music, any kind of music, playing good music, um, watching funny clips and stories. And, you know, for some reason, I'm being very much attracted to people's stories. People's stories. So now I am in this space. What came up for me this morning is to solicit people's stories. So I can be the catalyst to help tell the stories.
Chicken Soup for the Soul was only stories. They called themselves authors. They're editors. Those were stories.
Absolutely. And so I just see so many people, so many of my direct friends who have stories. Who's going to tell my friends' stories?
We got a Netflix series of our own with our friends' stories.
Who is going? So I want the stories. I want people to tell me their stories. Tell me the stories so that we can get our stories told, our personal stories of gratitude, of triumph over stuff. Listen, Oprah already told all the stories that she planned on telling. Her show's over. She's telling some in her magazine, and you know, here and there, she still has that movie-worthy stories. That's right, but God. But I know that I can tell my friends' stories. I've already been telling them in my magazine. So we need to put them on film now.
Yeah.
I want to see she went behind this woman. Oh my God, her name just jumped out of my head. African woman. Last name is Trent. First name begins with a T. She's somewhere in Africa. She was doing her brother's homework, and her father.
The one that kept burying her dream in the rock and going back to school.
Yes.
That's a story.
Her story. She said out of all the 30,000 guests, that is her favorite story, her favorite guest. This lady was born in Africa where girls couldn't go to school. Long story short, she was doing her brother's homework. The teacher found out because the brother didn't know nothing. And she comes to the house and like, how can his homework be right and he doesn't know the answer to the questions? And she found out it was the daughter, the sister, his baby sister at that. And so she's like begging her to come to school. And the father's like, no, the boys go to school, the girls don't go to school. And so the father ends up marrying her off at 11. She ends up having 3 kids by the time she's 18. And somebody, a teacher or something, asked her, what does she want? And so she's never been asked what her dream was. And so she said, my dream is to go to school. And she told her to write it down. So she said she wanted to go to school in America. So she wrote it down. And by some miracle, she ended up in school in America. And so when
she buried the dream. She buried it under
the rock. And yes, Tarari Trent. That's it. That's her. That's her. Look up this lady's story. She ended up burying it under a rock until she became a PhD.
That's right. And they go back to dig up that rock.
And Oprah and her team go with her to, yes, Dr. Tarari Trent. So she ended up burying her story under a rock. So I'm like, maybe I need to bury my things under a rock. Lord knows I got lots of rocks and I got lots of grass outside. So listen, if it worked for Tarari, maybe it could work for me too. It could work for all of us. Maybe we should all bury a rock with our dreams in it. What? And then maybe we'll beat Dr. Trent at some point and say, you know what? We buried our dreams under a rock too. And because we heard your story that Oprah told, and now we got our dreams too. So thank you.
You're Dr. Rose.
Now I'm Dr. Rose.
I'm Dr. Long.
You're Dr.
I didn't bury mine under a rock, but I sure was getting off that farm though.
Listen, you know, it's so much. And one of the things that Oprah said this morning was, be the best at whatever you do so that you cannot be denied anywhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
You cannot be denied when you're the best. See, Eric Thomas talks about it all the time. They would tell him that he wasn't qualified to speak in front of groups, and he wanted to be the number one motivational speaker in the world. Who else had a PhD? How many of the motivational speakers in the world do you know that have a PhD? And he doesn't have it hanging up in his office. He doesn't have it put somewhere so people can see. He don't even call himself Dr. Eric Thomas.
No, he doesn't.
But he is. He said, I'm
Well-
not number one because I'm the best. I'm number one because you will not outwork me. I'm number one because I get up in the morning and I put my workout first. When somebody said, you put your workout on Saturday, on Sunday, you say, thank God it's Monday. He said, it's Saturday in the United States.
It's Monday in Australia.
Monday in Australia. We're not just getting American money.
You
How
go,
bad-
boy.
How bad do you really want it? How bad do you want to show up? How bad do you want to be this person that you say you want to be? How bad do you want the world to know that they could do it better? They could have it better. Whose voice will you be? Are you the voice of the people? Are you the voice of the women, the voice of the men, the voice of the children? Whose voice are you? Who will you speak for? Who will you stand for? Who will you build for? That's what this law of attraction is all about.
Mhm.
Feel good, manifest fast, get to the life of your dreams. When you live the life of your dreams, guess what you do? You become the evidence that somebody else can do it too. Who will you be the evidence for? I know right now, people talk about everything that they're going to do and all that kind of stuff. I have been living this life that I'm living since 2010, right? This is not a new space for me. Speaking, what she say, Eric Thomas, especially considering that he wasn't even thinking about college. His wife went to Oakwood and he said she wasn't leaving. He said she wasn't leaving him. And the next thing you know, he was getting his GED and enrolled. Absolutely. I know his whole story. His book and everything is such a great read. He truly gives it to you all the way raw. You know, he talks about not wanting to be in school because his friends was on the block. They picking him up from school in Mustangs and G-Wagons and all kinds of other stuff. Absolutely. Grand Rising, Queen, Butterfly Thoughts. Absolutely. So absolutely. He knew internally that the life he wanted involved her. Absolutely. And Didi ain't playing no games. This is his wife named Didi. Didi ain't playing no games. Didi said, I'm going to school. And if you don't come with me, I'm breaking up with you. Because we're not going to have no long distance relationship. He didn't even have a GED when she told him that.
And
So he had a-
Oakwood is no slouch college. That's Seventh-day Adventist, and they're serious about everything.
So, I mean, look at these people. Look at their stories. These people come from the mud. These people come from no place and nowhere and no how, no evidence. They became the evidence for so many. Oprah brought up on a farm too. What? And so she was like, this life, I knew it was going to be good, but this is really good. What do you want? You know, you can have it. Connect to the people that have the result that you want and follow them. Lord, please take that crab money, take that red bottom shoe money, take that Gucci bag money and invest it in a coach for yourself. Take that money that you're spending on bundles of hair.
And you can have all that, but what does Baby Rose, Beyonce say? You just don't have to have it all at once. You can have all that, but put it in the right priority.
Put it in the right priority first.
Invest in yourself first.
Invest in yourself first, because it's really cute. I mean, don't get me wrong. I got some bags that I like my bags, but I promise you that them bags will not put you on the platforms that you need to be on. Take
And
that
it don't
time.
make no sense if the bags are empty. You just
Don't
broke
make
it.
no sense if the bags is empty, and it don't make no sense if you can only carry them to the club down the street. You can't really carry them to no place really, really nice. So prioritize how you spend your money. Prioritize who you want to be.
That's a whole nother workshop.
Vern said, Darlaina, I'm gonna need you to leave my bundles alone. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know, some people, their priorities just totally off.
They're prioritized. So.
Yeah. So we just talking about prioritizing yourself first. That's it. That's it. And so if you are enjoying being with us, this is day 121. We're on day 30 something at night, at the nighttime. If you are enjoying being with us, please share it with one other person. Share it with somebody that you believe is going to get what you're getting. Share the planner with somebody. I'm working on a deal with this planner company because I've been talking about it way too much. I need a sponsorship deal or something. But even if they didn't, I still would promote it because I love it so much. The work is absolutely phenomenal, and it is life-changing if you absolutely delve in and do the work. So you shared it to your groups. Oh, sucking now. So, you know, we're gonna tighten up the group so that more people can get it, so that we know who we're talking to. And so we're gonna close our social spaces come May 1st, and you'll have to be in our Zoom space. You'll have to register and come to our Zoom space. So you can look for how you can do that as we get closer to the time, so that you can start coming to the room now, because we want to have control over who's in the room, who's watching the content, who's getting the benefit of it. Because Vern is teaching me so much about where to show up, and we have to show up in a way that is conducive to living the life that we are attempting to live. And it doesn't mean that we won't ever be in spaces, but the regular space will be a private space, and you need to be a part of the group to be in the private space. Won't cost you anything, but you still need to be in the private space versus the public space. And so it kind of gives us a little more privacy between us and more control. And so that's absolutely what God has placed on my heart to do. And that is what is going to happen. So I'm so grateful for you being here for day 121. I am your girl, Darlaina Rose, premier health and well-being coach, certified emotional healer. If you need these services that I offer, by all means, DM me and let me know that's what you need. If you do not have your planner, you can get it at darlainarose.me, or any of the other Freedom Mastery or Amazon has it as well. So absolutely, thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad. Happy Thursday. And I will see you guys tomorrow for day 122.
Give yourselves a hug.
Give yourselves a hug. Have an amazing rest of your day. Bye for now.